So I've been doing a big brake kit setup for my Acura TSX. It'll be the second gen, the CU2 in the model years of 2009 and 2014, if you didn't know. And basically, this is what I'm gonna be putting on the car, excluding this right here. This is obviously the knuckle for the front of the car. And I ran into a dilemma, so I figured I'd make a video just in case somebody else makes the same mistake. So long story short, I got the Acura RL 4-piston caliper for my front brakes, and it'll be matched up with the 350Z Brembo rotors, which are like 328 millimeter in I think it's width. Yeah, it's definitely width, not circumference. But anyways, this is my rear setup right here. This is a 4th gen TL rear rotor and a stock caliper, which is a new caliper because I didn't want to just put on an old caliper. It's kind of hard to depress these spiral pistons, so I figured I'd get something new since I changed my brakes on my own at the house. So I'll go into why this is the dilemma right here, and you'll see this tool. It's kind of a hint. Quick side note about the front brake setup that I'm doing. The RL calipers have brackets that can fit on Integras, RSX, older, newer gen Civics, even Accords, and obviously mine. But make sure you get Fat Fours brake lines for that specific setup that you're doing, because you don't want to run like an OEM into that, and it's gonna end up possibly having like a brake fluid bleeding through the system. So make sure you get Fat Fours. And yeah, right, so basically this is not the right bolt pattern for my car. It's a little bigger, and I got it marked right here. This is like 4 3/4, and my car runs 4.5. Basically that's your 114.3 millimeters, and this is like 120, 5 by 120. So if you're looking at wheels, you'll see a bolt pattern of 5 times 120. Looking at wheels for my car, you'll see 5 by, if I always get this shit messed up, 114.3 millimeters. So I'm gonna have to just center it on here and drill new holes. Like if you put the RL holes right here, let me get that, they all line up. So what I'm gonna have to do is, see, make sure this is centered. That's why I got this hub centership ring right here for the rotor itself on the car. Just move it over and just drill some TSX bolt pattern holes into the rotor, which is safe. I just gotta avoid drilling on these right here. So I'm gonna go to the spot with the most, most surface, like just find something. Okay, so I marked my points where I need to drill, and I can tell you right now, I couldn't get all flat surface. 1 and 2 right here is over some small holes, which is fine because the bigger hole is going over it. And that's basically like those holes where you put the little Phillips head screwdrivers on, which is like pointless to me. But yeah, I basically clamped this template down, have it centered so I can drill my new points and go from there. But I gotta keep in mind I might have to do that every time I need new rotors if I can't find this size with my bolt pattern. Since we're talking about brakes, I didn't even talk about my pad that I bought. So front and rear, I got a Power Stop Z23 pads. The front pads are somewhere, just came in the mail. It's right there in the kitchen. And compared to this rotor size, it's like really small. But I mean, it's doable because I won't deal with any uneven wear. The bracket's gonna keep the caliper in place because it's attached to the chassis of the car. So it's kind of dusty already. I didn't even use it, but it's probably need to be broken in. And other than that, you can see it's kind of gray and the sides are black. So maybe this is like the braking side where it's kind of slippery, whatever. But yeah, so 6 piston is going to be up front in the future, and I'll still keep that single piston caliper in the rear, which is not abnormal. A lot of AMG and M Sport models, even the Type R has that. I'm not sure if the Type R is 6 piston though, but like regardless, it's not abnormal to have 6 pistons up front and a single piston in the rear from the factory. So I'm just doing it cost effectively and just upgrading the car as I go along, finding things to do. Like I got the exhaust back there. Ooh, a little quick side note about that exhaust, by the way. Almost dropped the phone getting excited. So, long story short, my car's been failing emissions, and I ran a code for it, and it said to replace my catalytic converter. And I'm not gonna get a catalytic converter. Like, I already have this Skunk 2 header or downpipe, whatever you want to call it. Usually say downpipe for turbo cars or something, but it don't matter. Basically, if I put this on the car, it'll fail again because there's no catalytic converter. And I have these little 2 defoulers that I'll hook up my O2 sensors to. Instead of putting the O2 sensor straight in here and down here to fail, just put up top and bottom, you know what I'm saying? It'll trick the ECU into thinking we got a catalytic converter on the car, and it should pass emissions, hopefully. No, this one is like not dusty, the other one is for some reason. Blow that out just in case that fails us. So this is gonna be screwed in to the header, and we'll put the O2 sensors right behind it. Yeah, I'm gonna blow that out there, man. Like a Nintendo 64 cartridge. And it will be ported up into my pseudo exhaust system that I got like a month and a half ago. So they did provide like right there the piping that'll go into your stock catalytic converter, but I'm not doing a stock catalytic converter. So this part will take over for that piping that I just showed you. You know what I'm saying? And it'll cut off like right here for that pipe. It'll cut off like right here if it was next to each other. But I'm not finna just put it parallel right now. But that was it, man. I'm just excited to have this thing so I can actually like stop riding dirty. I didn't get pulled over yet in those 2 months, like actually 3 months. One October 3 months ago. January, December, November, yup. So yeah, I'm gonna get that done ASAP when I get everything in the shop. So I don't have a garage right now, so my living room kind of look like one. I'm trying to put some furniture over there too, but that's gonna be there until I can get the car in the shop. But so I'm in the video here. I'm gonna send y'all some updates on the YouTube, and I will see y'all then. Peace out.